I got a
channel.
fun fact. Quick fun fact. You know there are more CEOs named John than there are women CEOs in general?
Welcome to Axe Girl Talk Real Talk. I am your host, Jess Mardi, and this is my wonderful guest panel, Super Vega,
Hey.
Ozzy,
Hello.
and Vic Bam.
Hello, Jess.
Hello. Since this month is Women's Month, we're going to talk about feminists. So I have the first question. So the first question is, do you think being a feminist is real, or do you think it's a trend nowadays?
I don't think being a feminist is a trend. I just think it's something that people are overusing, so I guess it makes it feel trendy. And like there are a lot of people online specifically that are claiming to be feminist or stand behind feminist like practices and don't really know what it stands for or what it really means.
I agree with him.
So you wasn't supposed to agree with me. You're supposed
No,
to
I agree with you.
They set this up
that's
so we could battle the whole way.
Yeah, we. Oh no. What can I say? Mine.
Absolutely.
Can I say? Like it right now. I mean, feminism's been around since women wanted to vote. Basically, the late 1800s, early 1900s. So, but it was never really used. Feminism, the word itself, started coming out in the 70s, but it wasn't like. It was so aggressive to use. Like, if you're feminist, it's a bad thing. Like, don't be like, I'm not a feminist. Women don't want to call themselves feminists. But now, if you like look at today's media, everyone is a feminist. It's not a bad thing. I don't know if they're doing it because it's a trend, but I think we're more aware, more woke. Let's say
Stay
we're
woke,
more
people.
stay woke. I think we're more awake on like just equality itself, like LGBT, race, gender, just and all people. Some people don't know like the actual definition of feminism.
What is yours?
My definition? Well, I think feminism means it's basically equality between men and women in like the workplace, political views.
How about you, Vic? Do you think it's a trend?
I think it's more so that social media is allowing us to see what people's views are. I wouldn't say it's so much as a trend, but just people just being more vocal about how they feel. And as we kind of stated, a lot of people don't really know what feminism is, but being on social media and seeing people talk about it, they've kind of realized that, hey, I've always felt this way. Maybe I actually am a feminist. So I think it's more so something like that, is just realizing, what you believe in and what your morals are, and social media just helps to let other people see it.
Do you think guys can be a feminist?
Yeah, of course.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm never given that any thought.
No.
I'm not even gonna.
Why?
It's never even crossed my mind before.
Why?
I've always associated feminism with like the female community, so I've never looked at it as something that you can just be. You know what I mean? Like it's something you really have to feel. So from a man's perspective, I don't know if there's really ever a point where we can equate ourselves to what a true feminist would feel.
I mean, I feel like in the past, this always relates to females only. And I mean, I don't think it should be viewed that way. I think males should be feminists. And think like, I want what my girl, like, we should have the same rights in certain things, It shouldn't just be like, oh, females should only be feminists, Like I want whatever you have. I want, like, let's say if we have 2 jobs where I'm your superior, but then you get promoted and we're at the same level, but maybe it never happens, but I get paid more, but you get paid less. We should be equal, It's about equality. That's what feminism is.
And unfortunately, I think the reality of our world is that there always will be a position where like there's more power than somebody else, and I don't think it has to do directly with gender. I think this has to do with positioning and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, that's understandable.
That's why I think like the feminist, like as a feminist or like a feminine culture, it's really hard to be something that you really aren't. You know what I mean? Like as much as a man, like I could agree with saying yes, like females should be exactly the same as men. I can never truly feel what you feel from that side of it. And I
Well,
think
you
that's
never
where,
had that
like,
experience.
exactly,
So
you never
that's
had that
understandable.
experience, so I can never truly
But,
align
you know,
with
you can empathize.
Yeah.
You know, you can sympathize with somebody's situation, and you know, just being a minority and being a marginalized group, from that perspective, you can definitely understand how a woman might feel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
I have another question for you guys. Do you think women and men can be equal?
Absolutely. I think we already are. As far as like,
As far as in
people.
like gender
Yeah.
roles, do you think they can be equal?
How do you define gender roles?
For example, like a man's supposed to be like the head of his household or the breadwinner, and a woman's supposed to lead. Do you think women can be like the breadwinner instead of a man?
Absolutely.
It already exists.
yeah.
Why not?
I know, because I mean, like,
Why
so,
not?
like for example, I'm Haitian, and like in the Haitian culture, it's the men that's supposed to be the breadwinner. Like I'm really only supposed to cook, clean, and do like kitchen stuff and house stuff. Like in Haitian rules, like I can't be the breadwinner. Only the man can. So that's why I was just asking you guys.
12 seconds later.
We're trying to get these stigmas, to get away from these stigmas and stereotypes and not being treated fairly, and the uneven pay and uneven sexual views on men and women. That's what feminism is for.
Yeah.
You know, you don't think it's right, you want to stand up for it. You know, you're not, as a male, you know, you step away from misogyny. You know, you treat them how you would treat men, your male friends. That's kind of what, as a male, I think, what feminism would be. You know, you don't have to be a female to believe that they should be treated fairly and not be stigmatized for their sexual choices or what they wear, what they choose with their body, you know?
So, Ozzy, do you think that women can have it all, like men can?
Hell yeah.
Like, for example, like when
Wait, what's all? Hold up.
Like money,
I
cars,
was like, I don't have it all. Wait a minute,
Yes.
I'm missing something. Hold
everything.
up.
I'm just kidding.
like, for example, like a guy, like if he's successful, he has like, you know, nice houses, the family, the beautiful wife. But for a woman, it's like for a woman to be successful, quote unquote, she has to sacrifice like maybe like her career if she has a family, or maybe she doesn't even want kids, so she's kind of sacrificing kids for her career. So do you think women can have it all just like a man can?
Yeah, I think it's possible. I've seen it. I work with women who are very successful. They're married, happily married, and have kids, and they have their own home, and they're doing great. So I think it is possible. Like for people to say, oh, you have to sacrifice your family, you have to be a single woman to be successful. Like I think it's total BS. I think if you're able to like balance everything out, because I'm pretty sure men have to do the same thing. It's like the same. Like you have to take care of your family, be at work. It's pretty much equal. I mean, for women, of course, we have to put the extra work of getting, being pregnant and whatnot.
Women would get penalized for being pregnant in the workplace, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't go to a job being pregnant, like they wouldn't hire you, and now they can't do that. You know, they can't even ask you if you're pregnant or anything.
Yeah.
It's against medical laws and equal
economics
employment laws, you know? Before they could flat out ask you, hey, are you married? Do you have any kids?
Oh yeah, they rather
Are you
have someone
pregnant?
single.
You know, now they can't even ask you that. They would never ask a man that if you have married or kids, or are you expecting your girlfriend to be pregnant or anything like that.
Which I think is also kind of sad. Because like the expectation is that a man won't care as much about their family as they do about work to make those sacrifices.
Yeah.
That's why that question was in there before. To figure out like, does this woman care more about the job she's about to do or about the family she can create? But that expectation was never on men. The expectation was always that this man is going to walk in and he's going to care more about this job than he'll ever care about the family.
And take care of the
Exactly.
family, you know?
Yeah.
You're trying to step away from those views.
So do you guys think women can have it all?
I think they can. They do. Some do. It's definitely tough. Because, the more time you spend at work, You know, the less time you spend with your family.
I have a really hard time like sticking to those conceptualized stereotypes and stuff that a lot of people take really serious. Like I don't take it seriously. I look at it objectively in every situation, so it's not like in my eyes it's not about a male or female having it all. It's about what are you willing to sacrifice to have what you consider it all. You know what I mean? Like there are sacrifices that I've made to get to the point that I'm at in my career that I know like other males who would never make the same sacrifices because that's not what they wanted. That's not how much they care about that. But I feel we all make the equivalent sacrifices. We just make them on different terms and on different things. So that's where like I have a hard time looking at it as male versus female. I look at it more as person versus person. So I struggle with seeing like I do honestly struggle with seeing like male versus female in pretty much anything.
So what do you think is a successful woman or a man? Can a woman be successful without a husband, and can a man be successful without a wife?
Yeah. I mean,
it all depends on what you define as success.
Yeah.
What do you find as success?
It always changes for me. But I mean, I would say I'm kind of successful right now, but it could be more successful. You know, I don't like to compare myself with other people because it's just never a good idea to do it. You know, I just try to count my own blessings and whatnot. But you know, in the grand scheme of things, I would like to have a family. You know, have a job that I actually like, and just have, you know, money and property and wealth, like real wealth, just passed down to generation, and get that generational wealth going on. You know, that would be success for me.
What about you?
So do you feel like you're chasing success or happiness?
I'm not really chasing anything. I mean,
I chase happiness. I don't really see success as the goal. Like what most people define as success for me is just the pathway to the ultimate goal, which is happiness. And I think I don't really have a definition of success.
But wouldn't happiness and success be in the same?
I don't think so. I know a lot of people who are super successful, but they're miserable. Happiness
is a fleeting emotion. It's fleeting. Happiness, one minute you're happy, one minute you're sad. It's to be like happy, to be like truly happy, you know, that feeling always, something's always going on. I mean, I don't really like to use happy. It's like, what is happy? No, seriously, one minute you're happy and then something happens, like, damn. Or are you happy when you're at work? You know?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? It's fleeting. That emotion is fleeting. It's not something so much tangible, unless if you consider happiness as like, you know, your family, your friends. Do they make you happy? Like, if you don't have your family, if you don't have your friends, are you not happy anymore? You know, if you don't have a job, are you not happy anymore?
That makes sense, but as someone who doesn't compare themselves to others often, how would you tangibly define success without something to measure against?
It's, for my definition of success, it's, in the whole grand scheme of things, having a family that I love, you know, wife, kids. I want to have a lot of kids.
If that would be the same way that someone would describe like their ultimate happiness, would success and happiness be interchangeable?
But what if you don't like your family? And a lot of people don't like their family. You know, then are you still happy? If you have your family, you know, you may love them, but you don't really like them.
Or for the people who like, you know, are completely successful in their jobs, but they hate their jobs, are they still successful?
Yeah, they're successful, they're just not happy. You know, it's like, and you don't need money to be happy. You know,
right? For
some people, you know, it's not really a thing for them, money. So if they have a whack job, or like they're living in poverty, but they like their life,
then they're happy.
You know what I'm saying? It's different. Happiness is tough. Those happiness are successful things. Those are subjective.
Well, I want to say thank you guys for coming. Thank you for coming. Make sure you like and subscribe this video, and also check out his YouTube.
Yep.
So let them know where they can follow you at your YouTube channel.
I mean, yeah, so you can check out the show that I host. It's called On the Couch.
Okay.
It's a talk show that brings in people of success, happiness, and talent, and we just kind of get to talk to them and give them a chance to have an outlet to express what it is they do, what they're capable of, what they're chasing after, and hopefully inspire other people to do great things. And then outside of that, you can just follow Super Vega everywhere, and I make music and movies and all sorts of other fun stuff. So
Jack of all trades.
just connect with me and we can make some cool stuff happen.
Okay.
Okay, I like that. I like the call and response there. That was great.
It's a wrap, guys.
All right.
Make sure you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and also follow us at Ask Girl Talk Real Talk on Twitter and Instagram.
Key Neptune, Kamikaze.